What is going on, dreamers? Good morning, good morning. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Super excited to be over here with the fam. Today is Monday. Shane and Talina, it's good to see you. Let's go. We are coming up. We are wrapping towards the end of the month of September. We've got about the last week to go ahead and finish strong, and fourth quarter is going to be here. Before we know it, a lot of abundance is here and on the way. Dreamers, how are we feeling? Let me know. Today's going to be a super short and sweet topic. I actually got to go ahead and make some moves. I got another meeting planned here in about 20 minutes in Miami. And today's topic, fam, we are going to be talking about a vision. You know, I learned a couple years ago the power of understanding a vision's three parts. So today, I'm going to give you guys a piece of it. Some of you know, some of you might not, but this has been one of the biggest things that I've learned over the years that allowed me to really go ahead and bring some of these visions to reality. So with no further ado, let's get a little bit of gratitude. Down below, what is everybody grateful for coming into today? I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for you, grateful for the family, grateful for the dream team, thankful for God to be alive, to continue to grow, for the amazing blessings that are here and are on the way. I love it. So here we go. My topic for today is a vision, right? A vision always, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you come from, when you really study success, you'll see a lot of them, they leave clues. And this is it. A vision happens, number one, first, inside of the mind, right? It's like a thought that is that anybody thinks is spiritual. Nobody can touch a thought, it's intangible. So everything that somebody's thinking right now, this is part of the spiritual world. And I get asked a lot of the time, what do you mean success is 90% spiritual? How can success be 90% spiritual when we see everybody working so hard every day, right? If making money is just about work, well, that means, pay attention. I learned this getting out of school. I always thought, well, if people that work the hardest, that means everybody that worked the hardest, like construction workers, they would be millionaires. So if it's not about working super hard, well, what about the people that are smart? What about those that have a bachelor's degree? How about those that have a PhD? Well, if that was true, everybody that was smart would be a millionaire, then everybody who had a PhD or a bachelor's would be a millionaire. So if it's not about being super smart, and if it's not about working super hard, then what is it about? How do we achieve success? How do we manifest the visions that we're thinking? Well, how that happens is it's about getting access to the right information and then being able to go ahead and take action with it. And if you really think about it, it makes sense. You don't have to be very smart. You don't have to be a genius. That's how there's 15-year-olds able to live this lifestyle. That's how there are 20-year-olds all the way out in Thailand, in Bali, making a full-time living from their laptop. Because success has principles. There's laws of the universe that works for anybody if we know how to go and tap into them. So here's a lot of times how a vision happens. Number one, it's spiritual. It's in the mind. Anything that you see, this building, it had to first be blueprinted in somebody's mind. They had to build it first. That's why coming into this last quarter of the year, what does this last quarter look like for all of us? Let me know. Drop it down below. What are some of the success? What are some of the amazing compliments that we see for ourselves coming into this fourth quarter? Because we've got to build it. We've got to be able to see it spiritually before it manifests physically. I'm gonna tell you what I see, right? I see the squad walking on stage. I see the squad traveling out to different areas. I see the squad traveling around, eating different foods, experiences, being able to go ahead and network with phenomenal individuals. We're attracting abundance into our life every day. We have family reaching out. We have gratitude messages that are pouring in. This is what I see. This is what I visualize. This is what I write on a daily basis. All-time highs, yes, believe it. It's happening. I'm telling you, we're here. We are in the midst of things that we prayed for. I'm telling you. So spiritually, what does life look like? What does our body look like in the fourth quarter? I know a lot of you have been on the 75 hard challenge, the 30 days. You're doing phenomenal. Crushing the body side. What does the mindset look like? What does life look like to wake up with a high frequency, at a high vibration, to expect and get miracles from all different areas, and then it pours in. I literally just got off a call with somebody who's built organizations into the thousands. And people say, well, how are some of these things happening? When we get at a higher frequency, we start attracting things at a very similar frequency. The same thing happens on the other end. At a low frequency, what happens? We start to attract people, places, and things that are at a similar frequency. So years ago, I learned if we want to go ahead and manifest some of these visions into reality, well, the first step is for us to grow, right? Because we are a reflection of what it is that we want to see. We can't talk about we want to be fit all the time, but then we're still eating junk food. We're still not doing the things necessary. But as we become a better person, the right things start to manifest. So the first thing is going to be spiritual. What does life look like in the fourth quarter for all of us? I see the six-pack. I see the suits. I see the walking on stage. I see the gratitude messages. That's number one, spiritually. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What do you hear? Can you hear the calls? Can you hear all the celebrations? What do you smell? Can you smell the new clothes? Can you smell maybe the new car that you're driving in? Whatever the vision is, it's different for everybody. But I'm telling you, when we get the feeling, when we can start to see it, feel it, embody it before it happens, this is where the spiritual side really takes place. Okay, so that's number one, the spiritual side. You can't touch it. Number two is physical. The moment that we write a vision down, it's literally taking the spiritual world and it's pulling it into the physical. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but think about it. I've got my journal right here. Okay, we've been journaling today. It's almost 800 days straight that we've been locked in. Every time that we journal, we're taking the spiritual world and we're pulling it into the physical. So whether you see yourself being able to drive a different car, move to a different area code, impact another country, another state, another city, a lot of the times, if you really want to have it manifested the way that we're looking to do it, it starts on paper first. I've written on paper being able to travel, being able to touch different lives, being able to learn different skill sets, invest my money, learn about assets, learn about wealth. I've been journaling about this for years. So people see some things manifest physically. Well, this has already been built spiritually 1,000 times. I remember literally laying down on my bed. Shane still has it. Shane they still have it. Laying down on my bed, and I would have a note card of my goals. The first thing that I'd see when I wake up. Imagine that when you're sleeping and you open your eyes on your back and you look at the ceiling. Imagine reading your goals. The first thing you see it, right? The back screen of my phone, my wallpaper. Every day that I look at my wallpaper, I'm seeing the spiritual side of success. I'm feeling it. I'm embodying it. That's why anybody, you guys can ask anybody that you see. Let me see the back screensaver of your phone. What do we subconsciously look at every day? Is it nonsense? Is it distractions? Or is it our vision? Is it our goals? Is it where we feel and desire ourselves being in the future? This is key. I'm telling you, there's things I've learned along the way. So the second side is going to be right here. Look, let me show you. A boss will tell you what to do. A leader will show you. This is not something I'm just telling you guys about. It's not something I've read in a book, I've heard it in an audio. This is tangible things that I've experienced. So you guys can see it. Look, let me show you. I'm gonna flip my screen. For the past, you guys can see it. Every day I've been writing my gratitude. Every day I've been going through and writing things I'm blessed and grateful for. I'm writing my vision. I'm writing my goals. I'm writing where it is that I see myself in life. Look at this. Look at this. I'll show you right here. Thank you, God, for waking me up today because I get to be of service. Let's grow. I just got interviewed with the GOAT, Brian Carruthers himself, with Chino. You know, so a lot of these things, I've been writing it down for days. Day 823. Shout out to Shane. Let's get some 888s down below. Shane leading the way. Think about that. 823 days that he's been writing the vision. He's been building the spiritual side of success before it even manifests. And now look at him. They're driving one of their dream cars. They own their home. Literally, Shane was able to go from working a 9-to-5 to literally being able to kick that. Now he works for himself. Now they travel. They just got back from visiting their mom. Just got back from the islands. We're going out to freaking Dallas here in the early next month. And everything is, all of it's paid from the phone. All of it is from being able to learn these skill sets. They literally have a full worldwide brand that was created inside of their mind. The Trader's Lifestyle. Shout out to those of you guys that have never seen it. Go check out their page and you can see with nothing but an idea, they created an entirely global brand that is now utilized by $1 billion company, ours, right? The educators are rocking their gear, but that's how they did it. It's not a secret. I tell you all the time, success leaves clues, and look at that. Shane is 823 days consistent, building the spiritual side, bringing it into the physical. The moment that he puts that ink to paper, and then guess what the third step is? The third step is now we get to see it manifest into fruition. That's the 3 steps. Number 1, the thought in the mind. Number 2, we bring the spiritual world to the physical, writing it down. And number 3, with action, with faith, now we're able to go ahead and see it manifest. So fam, that is my training for today. You see it all the time. So when you see the abundance, when you see a lot of the quantum leaps, it always, a lot of the time, it happened here 1,000 times before people even saw it physically. Think about a kicker. When a kicker kicks a field goal, he envisions himself taking those 3 steps, kicking it through the goals, all of the celebration before it even happens. So I hope you guys got a little bit of value for today. Drop some 3s down below for yourself, because here's what I know. The moment when we can believe in ourselves, when we can believe that we can actually accomplish these visions that we write, that we desire, that we envision, is the moment that, think about it, the lid virtually, right, comes off. That's literally where it all begins. The moment we think bigger much sooner is when everything starts to go ahead and work in our favor. So I love you, fam. I'm here for you. Anything you need, don't be afraid to reach out. We've got a packed out schedule coming into the end of the month. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. I love you, fam. I'll see you tonight for Monday Momentum. It's game time. Let's grow.